Welcome, guys, to Theme Park Hipster. Now, today we're going to get into the podcast episodes. The podcast was recently launched, and one of the first episodes I talked about it was basically answering a question. The question was, have you ever wanted to go to a theme park alone? Now, I've done a previous video where I did a voiceover here on YouTube, but this time I really wanted to kind of get a little bit deeper into the subject matter on my podcast episode. So on this podcast, I'm going to go through some of the advantages of going to a theme park alone and what to really expect when you get there. Now, if you have any other questions or if you have done this solo theme park journey, let me know below in the comments box. And also, let me know some of the topics that you want to hear about, some of the questions that you have regarding theme parks. It doesn't even necessarily have to be about going to a theme park solo. If you just want basic Disney tips or, universal guides, let me know and leave them below in the comment box. I look forward to reading your comments, and let's listen to the show. You are now listening to the Theme Park Hipster Show, Episode 2. Hi, Theme Park Hipsters. It's your host, NikkyJ, and I am here to help you plan the best solo theme park adventure. Today's episode is brought to you by ThemeParkHipster.com. Theme Park Hipster is your complete source for solo theme park adventures. Theme Park Hipster shows the fun way to enjoy theme parks alone with the latest tips, reviews, news, personal stories, and more. Now let's get back to the show. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Theme Park Hipster, the show. I am going to talk to you about solo trips to theme parks. Yeah, I know, I'm going there today. We're going to dive right in. Today, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to go to a theme park alone? You're probably thinking, are you serious? I absolutely am. There are so many tips and tricks on the web about globetrotting alone, but hardly anything to guide someone interested in going to a theme park alone. Now, I started out Theme Park Hipster for just writing my different excursions at theme parks, and here and there I will put tips. But then I started to notice that when I would talk to people about my adventures, they were like, well, who did you go with? And I'm like, myself. And I had those looks. Yeah, I go by myself. And to me, it was okay because it was something that I kept doing so much. I didn't even realize that it was still kind of weird to others, because to me, it had become my new norm for going to theme parks. So what got me to this place? What happened was there was an event when Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, first opened at Islands of Adventure. And I was looking for someone to go with me, but I could not find an adult or just anyone who was willing and that devoted to the Potter series, who wanted to get up at about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. I was living in Tampa at the time, and make that trek all across Interstate 4 to Orlando to sit in a line in the middle of Florida sun in June with other Harry Potter fans for hours, because the park didn't open until about 9, just to be there for an opening of a theme park section. Not even a theme park, just a theme park section. No one was willing to take that adventure on. So I didn't want to miss it, because my life became of a let's just do this type of motto. And I went, and I found out that there were other solo theme park travelers who were in the same predicament. I got in the line, and there were like all kind of lines just to get to the park. It was madness, bananas. I have to talk about that one day. But anyways, I got in the line, and I wasn't by myself. I was sitting there for hours, and I made friends with other Potter fans and other theme park fans. So that kind of stimulated me going to theme parks alone. And I was like, yeah, I could do this. It's not so bad. But let's get back on track. What I want to do is to help you understand what are some of the advantages that help me continue to go to theme parks alone, and to make sure that you can go to a Disney or any of the Universal parks by yourself and feel confident and okay. The first advantage is freedom. There's an incredible sense of independence when you're exploring the parks by yourself. You can watch Belle and all of her magical friends perform on stage at Hollywood Studios, and no one's there to mock you on your choice of entertainment. Yeah, because I have quite the choice of entertainment, but let's keep going. The second advantage is you become a better problem solver. What I've noticed with going to the parks alone is that sometimes you have to come up with plan A, B, C, and sometimes D, because things do change. But when you're with a group of people, there's so many opinions that sometimes those trips become more convoluted with differences, and you may not get done the things that you intentionally wanted to do because, you're in a group of people. You guys gotta kind of just compromise. When you're by yourself, there's no compromising, because whatever you want to do, you can do. The third advantage is, what I've noticed is that sometimes I get the opportunity to reflect. When I go to the theme parks alone, especially on a nice, cool Florida morning in the slow season at Epcot. That's my favorite park, in case you haven't noticed. It's a nice vibe. It's a change. Like, the change in Florida weather makes that change in the vibe of the Florida theme parks. It's such a nice place to be. When I go there, I have my little corner in the UK pavilion, kind of right by the garden maze. There's like benches back there, and I sit back there and I'll sometimes have a drink, adult in nature, and I have a book. Sometimes I don't even have a book. I might just have on Pandora, listening to the Disney station with a drink and watching people, or just watching nature, because it's very beautiful back there. And then I sit there and I think about the things that have happened in life, what's happening today, and then where I want to go. And that's one of my favorite things about going to a theme park alone. Okay, the fourth advantage is that when I'm traveling by myself, I have the ability to meet incredible solo theme park hipsters. Since traveling to parks alone, I've noticed I've become more confident in introducing myself to new people. It gives me a chance to get out of my comfort zone, and that's something that you'll notice as you travel solo more often. It doesn't even have to be at a theme park, but when you're out there by yourself, you kind of get the courage to pleasantly nudge someone and spark up a conversation. This is a quote from one of my fellow theme park hipster friends. She is the owner of OutdoorsyDiva.com. Her name is Lauren, and this is one of her quotes about going to theme parks by herself. I love visiting theme parks alone sometimes because I'm not restricted to sticking to a schedule or feeling obligated to see or do anything in particular. I love the freedom to wander at my own pace. I'll say that is well said, Outdoorsy Diva, because there is something about just wondering, and then coming upon an adventure that you did not know or did not expect to happen. And I can say that is one of my favorite reasons to go to theme parks by myself. So I encourage you to look beyond the naysayers and try this life-changing form of travel. The best thing about traveling solo is the limitless opportunities to do anything imaginable, within legal bounds, of course, because, you are at Disney, and Disney, they don't play. You can make it special days. Like, you can have a day that's a foodie tour where all you do is just go to all the different restaurants and just try different food. You can have a day of just watching shows. You get there, you have all the show schedules planned out, and you just go from show to show. Or maybe you have a day of all you want to do is ride all the roller coasters, all the thrill rides, and call it a day. Whatever you want, you can have, because you know why? You went to a theme park by yourself. So theme park hipsters, let me know if you've ever decided about going to a theme park by yourself. I'm curious. I want to know, Is there a solo theme park traveler nation out there? Are there theme park hipsters into traveling this way? Or am I the only one out there that's kind of crazy? Anyways, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show. And let me know what you think. That way I can continue to improve and bring you the best content. Until next time, happy park hopping hipsters. The content on the Theme Park Hipster Show represents my own and not those of any organizations or activity mentioned. I am just someone here who likes to share my own stories to you and hope that I can help you have the best vacation ever.